And we continue our team coverage of this major story with 2 News Investigates' Natalie Tendall. She spent the day looking at what Ohio law says about carbon monoxide detectors and who is responsible if something does go wrong. Natalie?
According to the Ohio Department of Health, in the past 3 years, at least 36 people in Ohio have died from carbon monoxide poisoning. 2 years ago, the state decided to do something about that. For years, Ohio had no rules in place requiring homes to have a detector for the odorless poison carbon monoxide. They still don't require any businesses to. But in 2013, they made a change. Kettering's chief building official, Terry Welker, tells us the industry knew it was overdue.
It was an important change. It's not very expensive, frankly. It's something that's an easy thing to do.
The Residential Building Code of Ohio now requires new homeowners and anyone remodeling a home to install CO detectors if they're at risk of exposure.
The times when this applies is if your house has a garage attached to it or any fuel-fired appliance.
City and county workers will inspect those projects to make sure the detector is inside a home, but Welker says they don't enforce the law.
They're doing it at their own risk, and it's sometimes these things come back because if when you go to sell your home or whatever and there's no public record of the work having been done and inspected, it can cause problems. It also causes problems for people's insurance.
Welker says it comes down to personal responsibility.
So your duty as a property owner is to protect everybody that's living in that home.
2 News Investigates wanted to know what responsibility the Troy property owners have. We found if your home is not new and you haven't had a recent construction project in it, you're not required to have a detector. We called the county and found it had no record of any construction permits at the Elm Street address in the past few years, so they did not have to have a CO detector in place. But there are rules that require landlords to fix any maintenance issues. Troy police leaders tell me they're meeting with the city prosecutor soon to determine if that may have been a factor. Now, the property owner's attorney tells me that they were not aware of any furnace issues and says the couple is not negligent in any way. Now, there have been cases where a landlord was charged with the death of tenants relating to CO poisoning. In 2011, a Toledo man was sentenced to 6 months in jail for putting a gas generator inside a home to power space heaters. 4 people died in that. Natalie Tendall, 2 News Investigates.